Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. You are listening to Unapologetic Tea Time with your host, PG. That's me. Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Good Wednesday morning. I know it's early. Hell, it's early for me. I am got a lot to talk about, y'all. A lot on my mind. Just a lot of thoughts that I'd like to discuss with each and every one of you. And I'd like to say welcome. I hope that on this hump day of a day, that all is fair to middling, so to speak, and that all of my viewers, my listeners, my subscribers, and to my up and coming and new subscribers, that you are all having an awesome day or the start of your day. Some are just getting off, some are getting ready to start their days and whatever. But y'all, it's already Wednesday. It's February, Love Month, and of course, the world that we live in today needs all the love that it can get. So, with that being said, I'm going to say what I normally say at the closing is someone out here needs to hear the words, I love you. And it's Wednesday, and I want to shout it out that I love you. I love each and every one of you in my own special little way. Thank you for being my YouTube friend and family members and what have you. And some of my YouTube associates and colleagues. Thank you. And remember that PG loves you. No matter what's going on, remember that you have someone that loves you because I do. With that being said, y'all, for real, y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't ready for this shit. Y'all already know that I am a bona fide Southern BOI boy, and I am a true Democrat. Not one of the Democrats that are kind of wishy-washy or anything of that nature. I'm born and raised a Southerner from the deep, dirty South, the Louisiana, the boot state. And like I say, I am going to die a Democrat. So I ain't changing. That's the way I am. Take it or leave it. But with that being said, I don't know who tuned into the broadcast this past evening or last night, shall we say, on Tuesday night, was the State of the Debacle address, or the State of the Union address that it is supposedly officially called. But what I thought I saw was kind of like the Gong Show, a little bit of Wheel of Fortune, Vanna White, I don't know what I saw, but let's get into the crux of things, y'all. Let's get into this, and let's kind of I'm going to help you decipher my thoughts and what I saw and what I took away from the broadcast. You had Donald Jackass Trump, as I'm always going to call him, the person that's holding up the spot in the White House. And of course, I know that there are better people that could hold that spot in the White House. If you love him, that's great. I ain't mad at you, but I'm not a person that loves the man. Particularly, I really can't stand him. I can't stand him for what he stands up for and all of his antics and shenanigans that is hurting our country, our great nation. And I don't particularly like to be, for our country to be one of the laughing stocks of the world. With that being said, also, you already know that today is the fucking day that his ass is supposed to be this dotard, dimwit, nincompoop, imbecile, And I'm not going to even continue my vocab because it's always bigger than his and always will be. Is supposed to be acquitted by the Senate or by the votes in the Senate. I'm hoping that for some reason um, they change their mind or have a change of heart, but I really, really doubt it. Anyway, I know that he will always be an impeached president. Yeah, his approval ratings are probably up a little bit because of the fact that he's going to be acquitted. Because basically, if you think back some months ago, Mitch McConnell made it certain that he was going to do everything in his power to sway the Senate um, to acquit Donald Jackass Trump in all of his wrongdoings and all of his abuses and abuse of power and any and everything of that nature that was criminal in nature. They were going to make damn sure that he was acquitted and basically exonerated. Now, we all know that that's a fucking lie because this man is as guilty as I am fat. And it's funny when you can laugh at your own self or talk about your own self. But y'all, it's the truth. It is the truth. um it's unfortunate, but this man has also promised, and I want you all to remember, think back, and if you don't listen to the news, well, fuck, you need to, because this is going to affect you, and I'm not giving out cards. I'm just giving out facts, factual information, and I am voicing my opinion, and that's what I do, unapologetic style, here on Unapologetic Tea Time with who? Your host, PG. That's me. If you don't like it, I'm not sorry. I'm not going to apologize that you may not like my opinion, but I invite you to stick around because, of course, there may be something that you may like. There may be some information that you or someone you know could use, perhaps, and you can pass that information along to them. But with that being said, I want you all to think back um, in a recent time, not very long ago, this man stood and vowed at the microphone that the Democrats, if impeached, he would definitely make certain that the Democrats paid a price for that. So, with that being said, now you have to think about what kind of price is he going to put on the basically the Democratic Party or the people who are members of the Democratic Party. And I'm not talking about the members of the House of Representatives and the Senate Democrats and what have you. I'm talking about the good old everyday people like myself and you all. The people who are the worker bees of this country, the people who are down in the trenches, who constantly give of themselves and their time and their energies to make life better for themselves and their family and their communities in which they live. We have supposedly a price that we're going to have to pay. Hopefully, there's not another 4 more years of this, because I really think that this person who's holding up that space in the White House will probably bring this country to its knees, and it's leaning over, it's stooping down as it is. So it's just a little bit more, and we will be to our knees, and that's really unfortunate. And I hope that it does not get to that standpoint. But think about what he has said. Think about he will make certain that we pay the ultimate price for even bothering to impeach him. This person says or seems to think that he can do no wrong. He thinks that he is a dictator and a king. He is not. You will never be a king. He will never be a baron. He will never be any of that, but an ordinary person, and a dumb one at that, unfortunately. Now, moving on to another portion of last night's State of the Union address, there are a lot of instances where this man literally, hey, Tim, good morning. I'm good, hon. How are you? Hopefully, you are well on this hump day and everything is well with you and will continue to be. I'm up bright and early, Tim, and I've got a lot on my mind and I got a lot to talk about. So I thought I would just jump online. I was a little restless and was putting my thoughts to paper. And I wanted to come on early this morning, and I'll probably double back and give a second dose or a second round later on for my usual show. But this is kind of like a little lanyard segment on impromptu. But with that being said, I'm going to get back on kilter because I'm not going to be on here very, very long. But I really thank you and appreciate you for tuning in. And I hope you have an awesome day. If you're on your way to work or coming in, I hope you have an awesome day. Yes, I am talking about the damn buffoon and the dimwit and the dotard and all of that as I describe his ass. I'm talking about the overall my gist and my take of the State of the Union address. And of course, today we are probably going to witness the acquittal of his ass. But y'all ain't ready for this. Like I'm saying, y'all ain't ready for this shit because again, this man has vowed to make the Democrats' lives a living hell. Now, of course, he's going to do whatever he can do to smack down bills and anything that they bring up, referendums, memorandums, and different things that he can cut and make certain that never passes or whatever. And you know, we got Tricky Dick Mitch also to think for that bullshit in the Senate. But as we speak, love you too. But as we speak on that, shit doesn't roll uphill, it rolls fucking downhill. And so, myself as a Democrat and many other people in this great nation that we live in, called the United States of America, which is a democracy, not a dictatorship. We live in a democracy. Unfortunately, things are going to roll over on to us. And I'm talking, for instance, Social Security issues, Medicaid, Medicare, health care. You know, we heard this man fill his mouth full of a lot of inaccuracies and a lot of lies that he blurted out during his State of the Union address. One of them was the fact that he was going to make certain that um, the bill to keep people on health care so that they would not be disenfranchised and not be uninsurable, that he was vowing to keep existing conditions something that would not matter in order to get health care insurance. We all know that that's a lie. Well, some people know and some people don't, because this is the same son of a bitch that is in courts right now because he wants, and they struck it down several times already, but he wants to do away with pre-existing conditions for healthcare, and saying if you have a pre-existing condition, making that a condition whether or not we will insure you. So the son of a bitch lied on that. Then he comes up with here's this single black woman and this young child that she's there, and he done, and you get one and you get one and we're giving you a scholarship to, since you can't go to the school that you really needed to wanted to go to. Oh, poor is you, woe is you. We're gonna give you a scholarship, you son of a bitch. Whatever. How many more fucking children who are smart, who are intelligent, who want an opportunity, or how many other children deserve an opportunity to go to a fucking school that's not a failing school, you asshole? Because one, you have a stupid fuck like DeVos, whatever her name is, DeVos, or whatever her name is, the superintendent of schools, uh, um, doing some bullshit that she doesn't even know a damn thing about, that you appointed to the educational that position, and now you're gonna make certain that all of these things are put into place. I dare you, because you're a fucking liar. He's a liar. And y'all want to know the real truth. Nancy Pelosi, I commend her, because I thought for a moment that Nancy was literally, she kept her composure as long as she could. The only thing that she did was tear up that fucking speech, because one, it wasn't worth the paper that it was written on, and I would have tore the son of a bitch up. Me personally, me knowing me, I would have been dressed to the nines, and I would have tossed that son of a bitch to him, because one, she was being the better person. She extended her fucking hand out. The son of a bitch, I know he doesn't wear glasses. If he got contacts or he had laser surgery, the bitch saw her hand sticking out to at least just shake his hand. Go along with decorum. You're the fucking president of the fucking United States of America. Okay? Shake the woman's hand for a tenth of a second and keep it moving. Turn your ugly ass around to the podium and start your fucking speech is all he had to do. But oh no, that was his opportune time to slight Nancy. But Nancy still got the last laugh on that ass, because one, they forced Nancy's hand for this impeachment. She really, if y'all think about and think back, she did not want to go down this fucking road. Okay? She already fucking knew basically how this shit was going to end up. Okay? But you forced her hand on it. And I wanted an impeachment, and I wanted it bad. But then once we got into the crux of things, I started to see that 4 to 8 of the senators on the Republican side were wishy-washy. And at the end, when we really needed their votes and needed them to really stand up and show that they had big dicks and big balls, what did they do? They tucked their fucking heads, and they tucked their tails. They tucked their heads between their legs and tucked their tails tightly around their fucking head. That's what they did. And the rest of them, we already know how they're going to probably vote. We already knew that. But the people that we really needed let us down. But of course, we all know that the flesh will fucking forsake you every time. And when people talk about politicians, you see, there's one thing that you have to understand, because you have Latinos that are in Congress, you have Hispanics that are in DC, in Congress, in political high profile positions and what have you. And you see that they see their own people dying to get here and are in cages and different things. But these motherfuckers are the same motherfuckers tonight that stood up and applauded this bitch. Okay? And you wonder why? I'm going to tell you why right fucking now. The reason that they did that and they do that, because they don't give a fuck. Yeah, they might have come from Cuba, or they might have come from Guatemala, or they might have come from fucking Lil Tijuana, or where the fuck they coming from. I don't know, and I really don't give a shit. But it all goes with that power. You see, because now I'm here. I'm at this point now. And all I'm concerned about is saving face and making certain that my political career stays intact. Fuck y'all, because guess what? I don't live in that country anymore. I live in the US. But everybody is going to have their day in court again. But it ain't going to be the fucking court of Congress. It's going to be the highest court there is when they meet their fucking maker. Because nowadays, y'all, it don't take long for fucking karma to come back and smack you in the ass right quick and knock you down to your knees. Or it just might flatten your ass to where you're on your back wallowing in a fucking gutter somewhere. You see, karma is a bitch and she's real. She ain't fake. It ain't fake news. No, karma is real, y'all. Y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't ready for this. See, y'all ain't ready for this. You know, and I often say, if you stay ready, then you don't have to get ready. If you are already ready. If you practice staying ready, then you don't have to get ready. You already ready. But y'all ain't ready for this for the simple reason you don't know what angle this bitch is going to play. You see? You just don't. We already know this is like a mobster or like a mob boss, basically, the tactics and the shit that they do. And then the rest of his cronies all get together and conspire to do more dirt. You ain't seen shit yet. You thought this motherfucker was out of control. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. Wait till Thursday when the shit really start popping off. Matter of fact, he ain't gonna be able to contain his motherfucking self today, after the vote. And they say, rah, 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 sis, boom, bob, you're acquitted. Oh, you ain't seen shit yet. You talking about a celebration. He gonna be doing some shit that I mean, he gonna make the shit that he was the very reason why this motherfucker was impeached. He gonna be doing shit that's gonna be even worse than what he did to get impeached the first fucking time. I guarantee you that. And shit's still coming out as the shit he's done. Bolton, Mulvaney, the rest of these people, y'all better get y'all some fucking bodyguards, motherfuckers. Y'all better get y'all hire you a fucking security team, because I don't put anything past this person. I don't. Because if you could stand at a podium and give Rush Limbaugh, just because he's an avid thumper or whatever, you give this man the highest honor that any civilian could have, who we already know is a staunch racist, and you give this man, you know, a freedom award? How dare you? Then you go dig up 100-year-old man, not to say that he wasn't worthy. And then you show his grandson wanting to be a astronaut and go off in space. That's fucking fantastic. But I would have rather you but you pinned on some bars on this man. And you ain't never been in military a day in your life, and you lied and conspired not to go when they tried to draft your ass. And you have the unmitigated gall to pin some bars on somebody and make them a fake general? Are you serious? What kind of shit is that? Yes, it was an honor for the man. Yes, okay. I'm not raining on this man's parade, because that man is an honor and a privilege that we have him here as a member of a service member that is still alive this day and is 100 years old and seems to still have his right faculties. But you pin some bars on this man. So he says. Now, anybody that's in the military, has been in the military, knows that a general doesn't get bars. A lieutenant gets bars. A general gets stars. 3 star, 5 star, however, 4 star, whatever star general they make you or whatever, but you don't get bars. But this bitch, just how dumb he is, called them bars. All right. Then you got the black guy that fell down on his luck and everything. It was down and out in trenches and everything. And then he's kind of like squirming in his seat and kind of flinching because he looked like he already knew he was going to have to take some flack from somebody. They was going to give him hell after, the ceremony was over or the speech was over. He really didn't want to be there, but it was pretty much mandatory that he be there. I mean, but every other word of I did this and I did that and I did this and I did that, I and me was a lie. But y'all ain't seen nothing yet and y'all ain't ready for this. Now, I have told y'all, and I'm going to say it again. If you stay prepared, then you don't have to get ready. You're already ready. I have told y'all in 2019 to make certain that you have things put in place, that you have an extra small food source for you and your family, or you, if it's just you, like myself, it's just me, but I got some lazy ass friends and I got some friends that don't mind mooching. Oh, I ain't worried about it. PG, I'll go mooch off for her or him or whatever. No, because if it's a time like, I could see in the foreseeable future that's almost right here in our fucking faces, you better motherfucking get your own shit. Because I'm not going to be the one that's going to save your ass. I'm going to do like the airline stewardesses. I still call them stewardesses. The flight attendants. The oxygen mask drop down. Put your mask on first. Save yourself. I'm going to save my motherfucking self. Now, if I got some time, if I can make my way over to your fucking house, or matter of fact, or you can make your way over to here or whatever, have at it. But I ain't fucking finna rescue you. Because I've been preaching this and saying, be prepared. Always have some extra canned goods on hand. Always have a couple of more gallons of bleach on hand. Always have some water, some extra water. Okay? Keep you some tuna fish, some sardines, some goddamn potted meat, some fucking Vienna sausage, whatever the fuck you like to eat. Potted meat, I don't care. It matters none to PG because PG is going to take care of PG. Have you a source of some kind of weapon? Because, I'm just saying, I'm not promoting, people kill people or anything of that nature. I'm not promoting that. That's not what I'm talking about. But you have to defend yourself. Get you a slingshot if that's all you can afford, or if that's your thing, Make sure you have a good sharp butter knife. Let's put it that way. Y'all understand where the fuck I'm coming from. Because sometimes you'll be able to use that for more than just spreading some fucking butter. Not that you're going to have any butter when the shit hit the fan. But you know what I'm saying? You might have to carve on a tree or something. You might have to carve some tough ass meat that you might have to carve. You know what I'm saying? You understand? But all I'm saying, I say that to say this, y'all, is think about when you were a Girl Scout or a Boy Scout or a Brownie Troop or whatever. Or think about you weren't any of those. But PG been preaching and telling about this for a lovely while. Stay prepared. Always. Times is hard. Times is tough. Shit is high as fuck in the grocery stores. But that doesn't mean that you can't do something. Take an extra $2 or $3. Add that to your little grocery or whatever that you buy. Yeah, you might be on a fixed income, but what's an extra dollar or two every time you go to the store every week or every 2 weeks or whatever? Buy a couple of cans of tuna. Buy the pouches. These things have long expirations, y'all. So you're able to put that in your pantry, put it in your bucket for your bug out or whatever you want to do, or your shit hit the fan bug out bag or your kit or whatever. Put it in your truck. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. However you want to organize it, because you see, my way might not be your way. I'm giving you suggestions. You have to tailor make this stuff for you. Okay? I can only suggest to you what you do. If you don't do guns, get you a slingshot, get you a bow and arrow, learn to use it, be proficient at it. Okay? You want to get into weaponry or whatever? Get you a pistol. Go about it the right way, though. Go take you a class, a gun safety course first. Then decide what it is that, don't just fucking go somewhere willy-nilly style and buy a handgun. Don't do it. Go take a gun safety course first. Learn the safeties and the ins and outs and the laws in your county or your parish, your township, your community. Then go shopping for one. Then go take another course once you get it on how to hold it, how to use it. Learn about the various types of bullets or what have you. Have something to defend yourself. A fucking baseball bat, a fucking 2x4 with a nice carved out area where you can hold it, sand it down, whatever you got to do, have something on hand. You see, because I'm going to tell you something. In desperate times brings out desperation in people. See, people not going to see their family starve. They're not going to look over at their child and see their child starving. They're going to go steal it. Okay? Let me tell you, whether they coming to PG's place, whether they coming to Tim's place, whether they coming to Bo's place, whether they coming to Maya's place, LaTanya's place, Derek's place, don't matter. Ann's place, don't fucking matter. They coming. So you have to kind of take and guard your domain. Okay? Your home is your castle. Wherever you lay your hat and call it home, if that's a cardboard box, that's your castle. Just aspire to maybe move from the cardboard box to storage shed somewhere. I don't know. Maybe move to a bus, a van, a travel trailer. I don't know. Wherever you lay your hat and call it home, that's your castle. And you need to safeguard your castle. Because y'all ain't ready for this shit. 4 more years, you ain't ready for it. I ain't ready for it. Psychologically, I'm not ready for that. I already know. I'm not ready for that. Y'all already know. I already suffer from a mental illness. Several diagnoses. My PTSD will be in fucking overdrive. Y'all already know. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. But another 4 years, I'm not ready to have to succumb or to suffer some kind of bullshit at the hand of somebody else, and it's not my fault or whatever. You see, because 4 more years of an idiot like this in the highest appointed position by us, the American citizens, to the highest job in the land would mean more staunch conservative chief justices being appointed. And when you're on the Supreme Court, it's a fucking lifetime appointment till the day you die, unless you decide to retire. Look at, RGB, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. or RBG, shall I say. I admire her. Some things I do not agree with, but I will tell you this. She has definitely held her own as a female, as a woman of authority, and she has kept some things from being turned totally around. Okay? But don't think for one iota of a second that that woman closes her eyes, because she's not in the best of health. She's had a lot of health issues in the last, say, 5 years that really has popped up, that really has gotten her down, But if she leaves and he appoints someone else, if he's in charge, we're going to have some problems, y'all. We're going to have some problems, because everything that Dr. King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, Barbara Jordan, all of these people, John Lewis, what's his name? He just passed away. I'll think of it in a minute. Had a brain freeze. All these people fighting for different rights, for different ethnicities, for different groups of people, citizens, and what have you in this great nation, can be turned around in an instant. And those things that we're accustomed to as certain ethnicities, as certain groups or classifications of people study, can be turned around and the rug pulled out from underneath us. Y'all ain't ready for that. You ain't ready. And these appointed positions, as far as Supreme Court justices and what have you, like I said, they're lifetime appointments. Okay, they're not elected officials. They can serve until the day they die. If they're able to come to work and to sit on that bench, they can get there in a wheelchair, in a hospital bed, on a scooter, however the fuck they can get there. Okay? And as long as they have their faculties, their mind is okay, they can still serve. Trust and believe he'll do it. He already during the State of the Union address talked about there was some in waiting, just waiting. They're in waiting. He already got something lined up. He already got something on his mind to appoint. Okay? Rah, 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 sis, boom, bah. We can't have that. We don't need that. Because trust me, a lot of you millennials and a lot of you Generation X people running around here trying to keep up with the Joneses and everything else, save your fucking coins. Invest in you some land. Invest in you some silver. Invest in you some fucking cryptocurrency. Something. Do something. Because trust and believe, they're coming for you. They're going to take some of your rights and shit away. They'll try. Now, they will try. And they have the fucking authority to do it. Well, let's rescind this. Let's turn this around. Let's remand this down to the lower courts, and then it comes back up, and the next thing you know, well, we're going to abolish this. All of a sudden, you looking like, what the fuck? While you was out buying Gucci bags that don't even say Gucci, and Prada, when they say Rada instead of Prada, and Jimmy Choo, red bottom shoes and all that bullshit, just to say you got a pair or whatever, don't make a goddamn bit of sense, because I'm going to tell you something. That won't be able to buy your fucking rights that they'll try to take away from your ass back. Y'all better wake up. You better stay woke. This election is the most important election in our lifetimes. All of us who are of age to vote. I don't care how old you are, if you're of age to vote. It will be the most important election of our lifetime. Trust and believe. Y'all ain't ready for that. Now I'm gonna get on off. Yes, Nancy tore that speech up. And already the White House responded that, oh, she tore up the 100-year-old veteran from the Tuskegee Airmen, and she tore up the little boy's dream to be an astronaut, and she tore up the poor single mother's aspiration for her child to go to a better school. And no, she tore up a fucking piece of paper. That's what she did. She tore up a speech that wasn't worth the paper it was written on, and she tore it up and threw it aside. And that's what she should have done. Okay? Any way y'all want to spin it, you can spin it. But I mean, anyway, everybody has some type of flaw. Ain't no fucking body perfect. Nancy has held on to her composure, and she has always used good decorum in everything that she has done for many, many, many years. Is she perfect? No. Is anyone perfect? No. But tonight, hearing all the lies that this man was standing at that podium saying, and knowing damn well that she did not want to go down that impeachment route, and she fought hard and long against her own colleagues and constituents not to, but against her better judgment, when she was outnumbered, she ended up having to, they forced her hand and she ended up having to do it anyway. And look what it got us. Look what the fuck it got us. And like Como said, you should be mad as hell. Y'all should be mad as hell. I ain't mad as hell. Not at all. I'm fucking furious. But I'm going to tell you something about the average black person. I'm talking to my black people right now. I'm talking to my brown people. I'm talking to my melanated people, my melanin skin tone people. We've been surviving all our fucking lives, y'all. But I think this is where the rubber is going to meet the road. And as you and I sitting here, or whatever you're doing, driving to work, or whatever you're doing, taking a jog around the track, or walking around, whatever you're doing, eating donuts and coffee, drinking coffee, or whatever you do or doing right now, this is where the rubber is going to meet the road soon. And it's going to be only the strong survive. Only the people with a plan and only the people that are prepared is going to survive. Okay? Now, this is going to tie right in to what I'm going to tell you next. So I want y'all to listen real close. Real close. Put your ear to the speaker if you have to. Real close. Think about all of the boutique viruses that have come to play in the last 5 years, y'all. Let me tell you something. Having read a bunch of medical journals and been around a lot of medical professionals, had a lot of discussions, have sat on a board of directors for a couple things. If y'all know what I know, you would best go and get you some gloves. Go get you some face masks. Go buy you at least a roll or two of duct tape. Make sure you got 10 gallons of water if you're alone. Maybe 5 if you can't really afford it. Some bleach. Put it under the bed, put it in your closet, put it in the garage, put it, fuck, I don't care where. Clean out a fucking spot and put it there. Get you a tote, put that shit in there, whatever. Because you're going to need it. Let me tell you about the coronavirus, y'all. What they're not telling you. And I'm not trying to do no fear fucking mongering. PG don't do fear mongering. You take it or leave it. Because it matters none to me whether you use my information or not. But please just make sure that you share it is all I'm asking. So that somebody out here who is interested or who may be interested will be able to garner the information, take what they can, use what they can, and leave the rest. Doesn't matter. But the coronavirus, when you know what I know about mutations and how certain viruses work, the scientists, see, they're not going to tell you, they can't tell you everything because it will be fucking mass pandemonium. But this virus right here is one of the most fucking dangerous viruses that they have ever had, ever. And I'm going to tell you the reason why right now that they're not telling you. But if you look at the news or if you look at these different reports, you can't just look at it and just take only on the surface what they tell you. You have to look with your eyes, listen with your ears. See, hearing and listening is two different things. I didn't say listen. I didn't say hear with your ears. I said listen with your ears. Look and see with your eyes if you can see out of them. Okay? When they do a scan of some of the areas that the virus has people that are affected, look at the people and look at the areas. Then they may not tell you how many is populated in that area, but then the next time they announce something, they're going to show you a different area. Pay attention. Pay attention. I don't want to lose anybody on this because it's going to take me a good 5 minutes to paint the whole picture for you. They're going to show you a different area. And I'm not talking about a different area of the city of Wuhan or wherever. They're going to show you a different country, perhaps, or a different region of that country. The reason being is because the fucking virus is mutating. You ever seen, let me tell y'all, okay, I'm going to use this for an example. You ever been to a all black Baptist church? I'm talking about a fire and brimstone black Baptist church. And them old sisters in there get to shouting. You can't hold them. You can't hold them. When whatever the Holy Ghost or the Holy Spirit or whatever done got into them or on them, done took over their body, you can't hold them people. Okay? That's how this virus is. The reason it's killing so many people is because they said they ain't told you yet, but I'm gonna fucking tell you. They said it's not airborne, it's person to person. I'm gonna tell you something. When something is mutating as far as a virus, it's moving. And then it has all of the different, there's too many dynamics to it, and it's too many little cells and entities of each cell that turn around, and each time it touches another one, it changes itself into a different cell. So I'm in the lab and I'm trying to create a vaccine. And before I could finish my second stage of it, there's more cells, and the cells aren't like what I just had under the microscope 6 days ago, because it's mutating. So they can't control. It's going too fast. And every time it changes its composition, then what I have developed in my laboratory to combat it won't work. So my thing is, in my thinking and in my knowledge, and I'm going to knock on wood, thank you, LSU Health and Sciences Center in New Orleans, Louisiana, for educating me on some of this and hanging out in some of the laboratories with some of the professors and doctors and medical scientists, biologists, pathologists, you name it, pharmacologists, and what, animal care people that I got to work closely with, different things. Thank you. As a facility services manager over the whole facility services, how I was able to talk to different people along the way, go to lectures on my lunch hour and different things, and hear about all kinds of things I was always questioning, different things. So they taught me a lot. But I know that this virus is mutating because it's killing up too many people in too many different areas. So I'm almost inclined to say that this virus, the coronavirus, is probably airborne. And if that is certain, if that is proven, or if they ever come out and say that it is, Houston, we have a problem. If you notice, they are quarantining people at home. And they've been saying that the patient showed vast improvement, and there would be no reason not for them to go home and stay quarantined in their home. The reason behind that is, if they were to keep these infected people at a hospital medical facility, let's just take Emory Hospital, Midtown Atlanta, Georgia, for instance. Emory is huge, kind of like MD Anderson, huge. I think it's a little bit bigger. Well, it may be nip and tuck, but that size huge. Or if you live in a city that has a Mayo Clinic, that size huge. So they make a decision to send these people home because they are vastly improved. No, they haven't improved. They've shot them up with a whole bunch of steroids, probably gave them some AIDS medication and what have you to build up their T cells, to build up some stuff. No, they haven't improved on the surface, but they haven't improved. But you're sending them home to quarantine them so that, because now we can't shut the hospital down. You got to think about this. Stay with me. We can't shut the fucking hospital down, or the fucking general public will know something ain't right and will cause mass pandemonium. Okay, we can't do that. But what we can do is we can hurry up and get them the hell out of here before every fucking patient that's here and every fucking medical staff person becomes infected. That's, you see. So we're going to quarantine them in their house. If you better, why are you still quarantined? And you vastly improved. Who the fuck is going to visit these people? Are they not going to be medical personnel that's going to visit these people on a daily? And they so fucking sick, they sick unto death. Who going to visit them? Aren't they going to be medical professional that's going to have to visit these people on a daily basis to take vitals, to make certain that these people aren't slipping back or having a relapse? No, probably not. Who knows? We may video conference them and ask them how they feel. Or we may send them home with some kind of kit where, because we got an app for this, we got an app for that. Ask the motherfucking Iowa caucus motherfuckers. An app that they didn't fucking test correctly. And look what that did. Okay? So we got an app for everything. So we got an app. Well, when you're up and around, get on your phone and hit your app and let us know how, and we're going to communicate back. And if you get to feeling bad, we'll send a medical professional out to your house. No. Mm-mm. If they keep the people in a hospital, the whole fucking hospital before long would probably be infected. So in order to curtail and keep down mass pandemonium, I'm telling y'all, this is how they handle stuff. They're trained that way. They're taught that way. I'm going to tell you another thing. Nurses, doctors, medical staff people, when they do emergency training, when they call emergency training at these hospitals and different things, and you're amongst staff, or you may be what they call what is it called? It's called essential personnel. You may not be a doctor or a registered nurse or LPN or whatever, but you are the orderly, and you might be the phlebotomist, or you may be the respiratory therapist or whatever. Okay. And they suddenly call these emergency staff meetings, and they suddenly do some emergency training. And then you have to do certain little certifications you got to hurry up and pass right quick from the CDC and different things. That's a problem. That's a fucking red flag. I know that because LSU taught me that. LSU Health and Sciences Center, right down there in New Orleans, Louisiana. 433 Bolivar Street, New Orleans. That's the reason behind that. You got a cruise ship that's parked, that's got, I don't know how many thousands of people. They ain't let them off the ship yet. Not to my knowledge, not as of yesterday. Quarantined in the middle of the ocean somewhere, parked on the side somewhere. Because 2 people came down sick and was tested positive for the coronavirus. Okay? 2 people. Now, if this virus wasn't so bad, what is the reason to quarantine the entire ship? One, I understand, because they don't know what floors these people have gone on, what did they touch, da 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 da. Because when you're on a cruise, you got free reign of the ship. You just can't be going in and out of somebody else's fucking cabin that you ain't got no business. But you know what I'm saying? You got free reign of the ship. You can go, Starwood, you can go on the 3rd floor, you can go on the 4th floor, you can go to this buffet, you can go to this show tonight, you can go to the movie theater, you can be outside on the deck on dock 9 or deck 9. You could be here, you could be there, you could be every fucking where. Okay, 2 people tested. All right. Well, okay, since you parked, you docked wherever there are. I forgot where they are, but they're docked out there. There's thousands of people on the boat. Of course, you know, any cruise ship holds thousands of passengers and crew members. But these people tested positive. Why not test the rest of the people? You can't test the rest of the people because this motherfucker has such a long incubation period. Okay? SARS was a cold-like virus, just like coronavirus is. But SARS was a 72-hour thing. Basically, within 72 hours, you knew whether or not you were sick unto death. Okay? Nuh-uh. Not with the coronavirus. They're estimating 10. Trust and believe. When they tell you 10, let's go out 12 to 14 days. They tell you 10, always add 2 to 4 more to it. Because, you see, you can't go by every little thing. When they tell you 10, go to 12 or 14 days. That's almost 2 fucking weeks, y'all. You walking around, you feeling good. Yeah, we've been on a cruise. Oh yeah, man. Oh, I feel great. I'm going to the office today. I'm gonna play a little golf with my friends. I'm going, yeah, and then I'm going over here. We got a birthday party. Go see my friend. Next thing you know, 10 days later, you running a high fever. Your lungs are filled up with fluid. You on a respirator or ventilator. Now, meanwhile, you'd have been to like 4 different events. You went to the gym 4 days last week. You went and played golf twice with some friends. All of those fucking people that you didn't come in contact with, plus your office staff if you went to the office, however many floors that is, or how you didn't touch the elevator, you didn't touch the doors, you didn't drink out the water fountain, you didn't put your hand in the break room, you didn't been in the refrigerator, look. Do y'all understand how serious this is? Now you get the picture. I want y'all to get you some personal protection equipment. Okay? PPE. That's what it stands for. Personal protection equipment. Go get you. And I'm not talking about no damn Dollar Tree particle mask, y'all. I'm going to need y'all to graduate up to like the $4 or $5 pack of particle masks that they sell at fucking Home Depot, Lowe's, Myers, Fred Myers, let's see, Walmart, perhaps, Sherman-Williams, the paint store people. I'm gonna need y'all to get you, even you could go, I'm gonna tell you, because some of this shit is going to run fucking out. Because when the shit hits the fan and people start to fucking realize that they need this stuff, let me tell you how it was with fucking Katrina. I know I was in the motherfucker. I lived in it. I left because born and raised in Louisiana. You don't stay for that kind of fucking hurricane. You leave. You get the fuck. Okay? But by me leaving, I had all that shit at home. I left all of that because I wasn't thinking that it was going to be that bad. I knew it was going to be bad, but I wasn't thinking that I was going to see corpse. I was going to see dead people, bodies. I was going to see dead dogs, dead cats, dead birds, babies. The fucking corpse flies was so damn big. They was big as my thumb. And trust me, the stench of death and dead bodies, you don't want that. You don't want to smell that. You don't want to see that. So I went back when it was time to let some law enforcement back in, deputies, reserve deputies and stuff. I went back a week later, and I'm telling y'all, you can't prepare your mind for this kind of shit. You just can't. But what you can do is make certain that you have the necessary equipment to keep yourself sanitized and yourself as free from germs as possible, as much as possible. You have to stay prepared. I'm telling y'all. I'm serious now. I'm really serious. Particle masks, dust masks, respirator masks, whatever you want to call them, will fucking run out fast. Alcohol. I'm not talking about drinking alcohol, y'all. I'm talking about rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. Try to get at least 75%, 70%, 90% is better. Get you a bottle. One bottle will go a long way. It's cheap, y'all. Particle mask. When the shit starts being a run for it, a run on it, the prices are going to go up. People are going to price gouge. They will do it. I don't give a damn how they tell you that we're gonna pass a moratorium on retailers that they can't raise their prices. They did it for Katrina. They've done it in other instances. Gas stations. When gas was $2.50 a gallon, the fucking gas was $4.85, $5 a gallon. Don't think for an iota of a second. I was living in Wynne, Arkansas. This is where I evacuated to for Katrina. And when I got ready to make that drive home into the city of New Orleans, I carried a small Rubbermaid tote with me with some personal protection equipment for myself and a few extra articles of stuff so that if I ran across a friend or somebody that, you know, that needed it, I would give them one or whatever. In Arkansas, there wasn't a run on it. But as I got closer to the Tennessee line, then to Mississippi, you couldn't find that. And if you did, you couldn't buy it because it was so fucking expensive. So before y'all get you a pack, it ain't gonna go bad. Get you some peroxide, some rubbing alcohol, or some isopropyl alcohol, same thing. Get you a pack of the particle masks. Get you a pack of gloves, rubber gloves. Throw away. Okay? If it gets bad, y'all, you know, you cannot go without water. You can't fucking go without food, and you damn sure ain't gonna make it long without being able to fucking breathe. You got about 3 to 6 minutes. Most people have about 3-4 minutes. Okay? You can go pretty much 3 weeks without food. Some people ain't gonna be able to go 3 weeks without food because they have illnesses. Okay? Understand where I'm coming from, y'all. I'm just putting this out here. I'm not fear-mongering at all. And the average is 3 days without water. 3 days a human can go without water. Do y'all understand how critical this could possibly be? Or if anything should fucking pop off like this shit is right now, that's just peeking its head, its ugly head. And if the shit becomes airborne, like I really think it is starting to, you have to think about your water supply, people. Airborne means fucking airborne, the air that we breathe. The particles that a lot of the water plants or the water facilities in these municipalities and in the towns that you live in are wide open. because they have these filters. But the filters are not going to filter out some dreaded disease. Okay? You have to understand how critical this is or could potentially be before it becomes this. Have a little, take your $5. If you know, motherfucking, it's Black Christmas already. Y'all know what shit, y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. Fucking income tax time. Y'all know. Okay? If you don't get your taxes, go. Your good Judy got fucking taxes coming or something. Bitch, let me borrow $20. Give me $20. Just straight up ask them. Okay? They probably owe you more than that. Go get you some money. Two or three, four friends that owe you and said they was gonna pay you for taxes, and I already discussed this with y'all. Let's go get fuck. They gonna fucking get ghost on your ass when they get their fucking taxes. Go ahead on and ask them now. You know when they fucking get paid. Ring a ding. Go to their fucking job. Say, girl, look, I need it, man, bro. Look, let me hold $10, bro. What's wrong? Get your shit. And then you know what? Pick them up, see how much you gonna have to spend out of it, and then pick some shit up for them too. What they saying with their money. It can only help. It ain't gonna fucking hurt. Cause I'm telling you, motherfuckers gonna raise the prices. Okay? Some shit pop off. I ain't gonna be able to come online, y'all, and talk no shit to you, because I'm gonna be trying to save who? PG. I'm gonna be praying for y'all. But I'm gonna be trying to save my fucking self. I'm gonna be trying to guard my shit. I'm gonna have to be locked and loaded. I'm gonna have to get out my cane knives, my machetes, and everything that I think I need to survive. I'm gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to have it. I'm gonna have to put it up in the house here. I'm gonna have to go get it out the stash. I'm gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? Don't y'all get caught with your drawers down. I'm telling you. And I know it sounds crazy, but don't get caught without with your underwear down. Don't get caught like that. There's no reason to. I'm telling y'all. It's going on an hour and 13 minutes, y'all. I'm gonna go for another 5 minutes. But I'm serious. Stay prepared, because y'all ain't ready for this. Save what you can, y'all. You get an income tax rebate this year, make it your first fucking time, because you normally blow your shit or whatever. Make a point to get you a little emergency cash reserve. Okay? Make it a point, y'all. Don't spend all your money, because there's going to come a time real soon, y'all, that we're going to have some dollars. We're going to have something. Okay? When shit really hit the fan, you ain't better run over there to Walmart. You're not going to be able to run down the road to Fred Meyer's. You're not going to be able to run over there to Fred's or the Dollar Tree or the Dollar General. You need to have some shit at your place. If you live in your car, you need to have a few things in your car with the regular stuff that you already have in there. You need to have some extra stuff. Unbolt the seat, put the motherfucking shit under the seat. If you got whatever you got to do, sometimes you got to think outside the box. Okay? If you live in a storage unit, because there's people that live secretly in storage units. Okay? Go, when you go buy your little stuff or whatever, go get you a few extra ones. Okay? People live in apartments or whatever. You know, that right there. That's dangerous, because you got other motherfuckers all around you. And if they know, they see, well, I see that lady all the time. Well, I see that dude all the time. He always got him a little bag or something. He probably got something in that motherfucker. He probably got something up in that apartment. Don't even think twice about coming to this motherfucker. Or they see you, your neighbors see you going in your house. Don't think twice about coming in my fucking house, because PG ain't fucking playing. At that point, it's either me or you. I got a decision to make. I'm a level-headed person. I'd like to think that I am, but I got a decision I got to make at that point. Real quick, fast, and in a hurry. It's either me or you. And if you coming in this motherfucker without me opening that door and saying, hey, how you doing? Come on in. We got a problem. Because I'm going to take it like you coming in to do me something. And not just to do me something. I'm going to take it like you coming in to do me bodily harm. So the decision I'm going to have to make, I don't know until I'm put into that situation. But I'm going to be trying to say the PG, trust and believe. So by any means necessary, I can't tell you what it might be. It may be a whole lot of fireworks. It may be a whole lot of throwing stars. I might have to turn into a fucking ninja. You never know. But just know that the PG is going to protect himself. This BOI boy got to do what he got to do. With that being said, y'all, remember the 3 3s, 333. That's 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food, and you can go on an average 3 minutes without breathing. That ain't long. So get you some shit. It don't cost that much right now. If you in between checks or whatever, I done told y'all how to get a few more dollars. So go call your good Judas, go call your boys, your dudes, whatever you got to do. Okay? If you a hoe, be a hoe. If that's what you do, that's your profession or however you roll and you a hoe, then you should have some men. Okay? Any good hoe should have all her shit paid for, plus she should have an abundance of some cash that she can get at any given time because she a good hoe. Okay? Because if you a good hoe, you issue out your bills. You got to pay the light bill and the water bill and the cable. You got to pay the apartment rent or the house note or whatever. And this one over here, his ass got to pay the car note and the insurance. Plus you work a regular job and you a hoe too. Bitch, you shouldn't. Let me tell you. Just get on the phone and say, look here. I need to see you. Well, boo, my old lady, we about to go to an event and I don't give a fuck. If you don't come and see me, you gonna have a problem. See, that's how you gotta do it. I'm trying to teach y'all something. It ain't nothing wrong with being a hoe, but a hoe, let me tell you, there ain't no hocations. You can't go on vacation with the family. You gotta wait your turn. You might not ever be able to take a vacation with his ass. Okay? You gotta understand. You the hoe. You not the wife. You the hoe. All right, now I done broke it all the way down to y'all. Ain't nobody on PG's channel right here, and y'all been listening to Unapologetic Tea Time with your host, PG. That's me. There ain't no reason for y'all not to scrap up $5, $10, $20. All right? There ain't no reason. You work every day, go to your boss. Go to your pal on the job. Put you out. I'd make me a motherfucking flyer and put it up in the damn break room. Give to the PG fund. Could y'all just give me $1? Everybody give me $1. Hell, depending on how big your break room and how big the company you work at, hell, you might not want everybody in your business or whatever, but hell, it's like, look, I'm a little short right now, y'all, and I'm just trying to get some things that I really need, and it don't cost much or whatever, but if y'all could give me $1, everybody give me $1. Can y'all give me $1? See, let me tell you something. The Lord will provide for you, or he will put people in your path for necessary reasons. But you have to open your mouth. And sometimes you have to ask for what it is that you need, or you don't get it. And I used to let my pride get in my way a whole lot of times. Not that I needed or was ever a needy person. But there's been a few instances where I had to ask someone for something. And I had to lay down that pride. Like Bill Withers, the song Bill Withers, Lean on Me. We all have some times in our life. Lean on me. you know. Yeah. So get what you need today in order to be prepared for tomorrow. Because remember, if you already ready, then you don't have to get ready. There's no need to. You stay ready, then there's no need to get ready because you already ready. So I'm trying to help you get ready, y'all. I'm trying to help you. At 8:10 a.m. it's early, y'all. I ain't lying. You know the PG don't normally get up before noon most days. Um, but it's been real. All of this was on my mind, and I wanted to bring it to you. But yeah, the coronavirus don't seem like it's no joke, y'all. It ain't no joke. And I'm telling y'all, stay woke on this. Stay woke. Because I'm telling you, I can pretty much guarantee some shit about to pop off. They already got some cases here in the US. All right. And it's only, to me, gonna get worse. So get what you need now. Just in case you need it, you already have it. Okay? Don't fucking parade around or don't go telling every goddamn body. Yes, tell your immediate family members. Call your mom if she's still among the living. If she's an elderly person, take her a few things or say, Mama, give me a few dollars. Let me go shop for you. Because, Mama, look, I really want you, if something break, I really want you to wear this stuff. Mama, I'm going to need you to, to do these things. Or help your mother go across town or whatever it is. She live with you, whatever, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your grandma. So, let me tell y'all. Everybody can help somebody, but you can't help anyone if you can't help yourself first. You see, you can't help your mama and you got to drive across town and you ain't got no damn mask on, you ain't got no gloves, you ain't got nothing to do nothing with, then you got a problem. Airborne things or whatever. I'm asking you, I'm telling you. Also add the duct tape, y'all. Y'all gonna need some duct tape. I told you this earlier on. A few rolls of duct tape. I know I'm kind of rattling on and stuff, but as my mind falls on it again, I'm trying to reiterate. A few rolls of duct tape, a couple of pieces of plastic, some cheap ass drop cloths. Sometimes you can get 4 or 5 in a pack or something. You can put that at an entryway door leading into your home. You can put that at some windows, and use that good old duct tape. I myself like duct tape brand, and I also like the Gorilla brand. But depending on how funny your money is, you might have to get the off brand. You might just have to, instead of getting 2 rolls, you might have to get 3 rolls. So you done spent $3 right there. But all I'm saying is, push come to a shove, it will hold up long enough to do what you needed to do, and that's to cover the entrance ways into your home and the exit ways into your home, like windows and doors, so that what's in stays in, the air that's in stays in, and the bad stuff that's on the outside stays out. That's why you would put that up to your doors and windows, in case some of you may be wondering, well, why is she saying I need to go run to the store, I need to get some duct tape and some drop cloths? Okay, I'm just gonna go do what PG said. I'm gonna get some duct tape and some drop cloths, but then you can have this and not know what to do with it. It's not gonna do you a bit of good. So I'm gonna tell you, every time I tell you something, you need it, and the reason that I think you need it. Particle mask, the gloves, some rubbing alcohol that's called isopropyl alcohol, preferably the 70% or 90% is better. At least 1 little bottle of the peroxide. These are things that will help sanitize you. At least a gallon or 2 extra of some Clorox. If you can't get a gallon, get a fucking half a gallon. Nowadays, there's no reason not to go to the Dollar Tree or the Dollar General and get you a gallon of bleach or half a gallon of bleach. You know what I'm saying? If your money real tight, get a half a gallon, because you're not going to use that much. A cap full here, half a cap here, there. It goes a long way. sterilization. It can sterilize water. You'd have to pour it in the water and you'd have to let the water set for a while. You know, myself, I would let it set for 20 to 30 minutes. Sometimes you may not have that amount of time, you know, so cut it down to 15 minutes or so. Preferably do it if there's sunlight. Do it in the sun, where also the closed container or whatever need be, put it in a window seal or whatever. Let some sun hit it as well. That will help to kill bacteria. But things like this, you have to do what you have to do. You know, don't forget to get food supply. You know, a couple of tuna pouches, a couple of extra cans of tuna fish or some salmon, some mackerel or whatever you eat. I can't tell you what to buy. I'm just giving you suggestions, you know, but get things that are long expiration dates so that you can work that into your pantry and let it be there in case you need it. If you don't need it, start, you know, cook it, you know, and then replenish, you know, little by little. That's the way you do that. You know, get you some drinking water. Do what it is that you have to do to help save yourself and possibly save the lives of your family and others. You know, you can't save everybody, but if you got immediate family or people that live with you, you have to think about them. If you have some grown people that live with you, you grown, they grown, everybody pool a few dollars together, you know, and say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to purchase these items, have a little centralized location, have a checklist. Everybody know where it is, but nobody goes into that shit, you know, acting like they eating snacks late at night under the bed, doing under the covers, eating some Vienna sausage. No, 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 no. This is for when the shit hit the fan. When and if it hits the fan, we prepared, y'all, or we somewhere prepared, we'll be able to survive, you know, in place or whatever. Or if in case we got to move, it's light enough to tow it to the truck or to tow it to the car right quick and get and go. Try to start keeping your gas tanks filled, y'all. At least you want a full tank. If you can't do a full tank of gas, make sure that you have at least a half a tank of gas at all times. Because a half a tank in most vehicles or most cars will get you 100 miles. You know, that could be potentially outside the city limits or outside of an area that is real terrible at that, you know, given moment, and maybe perhaps could get you to safety. You know, you got to think about little things like that. If you're on medication, make sure that you are not running out your meds. And this is just a good thing to do, y'all. Don't run out your medication. You know, if you do a monthly supply of meds or whatever, you go monthly to the drugstore or they come mail order or whatever, take and save your a couple of empty bottles. Write on there what they are. Try to put one pill or two pills per month that you get once you get a refill in your bottles so that you will have some extra and put that up in the closet somewhere. Even if it's a year from now or 2 years from now and you have to pull that shit out, it may have lost some of its strength, but it will still help sustain you for whatever that medical condition is. You understand where I'm coming from? It's been real, y'all. It's been good. It's an hour and 28 minutes. 2 more minutes left to go in the show. Please do me a favor. Check my blog at www.unapologetic-time with pg.com. Later on this afternoon, I will have some of the helpful hints and tips that I discussed today on the blog. It is set to go live on the blog, I think at 3:30 or 4 p.m. The stuff that I'm uploading, it's taken a minute. For some reason, Tumblr, for some reason, does not like the format when it comes off of YouTube or whatever. I don't know why, y'all, but that's just the way it is. So bear with me on that. But later on, late this afternoon, I will have a couple of articles talking about what I discussed on this morning's show. And I do plan on reiterating a few things later on tonight at my normal time at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all, it's been real. It is now an an hour and 30 minutes into this, and I'm sorry that it has been a long show. But there were some necessary things that I wanted to discuss, and I wanted to put something on your mind so it could simmer and marinate a little bit. And later on, give me some feedback. Give me some of your thoughts in the comments. I welcome all comments, criticism, anything you have to say. You have been listening to PG with Unapologetic Tea Time. Peace out, y'all. Bye now.